Greetings everyone, Napoleon Complex here, and welcome to the Battle of Anegawa from the Asai-Asakura perspective. The situation is essentially a weighted flank. The enemy, which is the Oda, have a much larger army on this flank, so we'll have to fight a delaying action over here. And on the other flank, we have a smaller Tokugawa force facing our superior Asakura force. So the Asai clan are over here and the Asakura are over here. If you paid attention to the briefing, then the heavy samurai are clued in to be one of our key units. Cavalry are also incredibly good, particularly at holding enemies up, so they're good defensive as well as offensive troops. As you can see, we start at night. If we just have a look over at the Oda army, that's what we're facing, and there are more soldiers hidden in the dark. Oda's camp is somewhere up here, and here's the Tokugawa camp. Now, I have played this battle before, but I thought the gameplay video was rather lackluster, so I decided it wasn't suitable for YouTube. That's why I'm trying this again. It's also why I haven't uploaded for a while. So my plan on this flank is to form a solid line with my heavy Yari samurai, with the weaker Yari Ashigaru behind, and then we've got the Ashigaru swords forming the third line. We're just going to wade into this weaker mass of Oda soldiers. So this force should be more than enough to deal with this, so with my remaining forces, I'm going to take them left, and they are going to head towards the flanks of this attacking army here. Unfortunately, that means sacrificing some of the combat power on that flank. But this should still be more than sufficient. I want to shut them up and stop them from firing, so I'm going to charge into melee here. And this is ideal. This turn we'll get up to the river line. Yes, we're bound to take some arrows. Best that my heavily armoured samurai take it. Normally I don't like advancing this quickly, but we do actually want to get past the section of the battlefield fast. What I can do is move my... Oh, okay. Well, we can turn next turn and threaten this line. Move in here, and that way you can just move straight across. These guys are really just here as backup now. We'll eventually flank the infantry with these early Tepo Ashigaru. You know what? Nothing wrong with a little early harassment. Keep these Ashigaru tucked in behind the Yari Ashigaru with spears. I really don't think my archer is going to prove decisive here. It's about this line here, and then charge. You guys just start coming this way quick. Okay, the archers can advance. Take the Ashigaru with you and try and get to this hilltop area here. Okay. This is almost ready to fight now. Pull the skirmishers back and cover this line. We're going to wait until these archers cross the river before we start to charge our cavalry. In fact, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Stand my cavalry here. That will threaten them when they come across. Yeah, push this unit forward as well. That's interesting. So that line of guns blocks my cavalry's advance here. The obvious place to start is to attack here. And that's a very bad start. Right, attack here. Pull the gunners out the way for now. We're trying to be aggressive here. Charge. Mostly when the cavalry come, these Asai-Asakura are perfectly suited to confront those cavalry. I'm going to leave this flank in position for now. Yes, it means we'll take some damage from those Asai-Asakura, but next turn we'll be in a position to move against them, because right now I'm being blocked by the zone of control, but we're winning here anyway. No need to rush. I'm just going to turn and threaten the square for now. Move this cavalry up. Let's not shrink away from the enemy here. You know what, you guys can go off in this direction. Okay, so move up. Let's bring more archers in. Shifting my line a little bit. Still got the second line of Ashigaru ready to make contact. Right. Start shooting this cavalry down. We have an advantage here, so let's just get into melee actually. Shoot them here. Just keep the cavalry ready to threaten. Pretty soon our archers will be able to threaten them as well. There's more cavalry on the way. Good. Excellent. Okay, they bring out their own gunners here. We've got archers, but they're outgunned. Well, out bowshot in this case. Damn dispersed guns. Ouch, that could have been nasty. Oh, they're coming out to face us. Okay. Well, I can chase them off with the Asai-Asakura, but I think they're facing the cavalry there. Ah, good to hear. Straight into them. Yep, as I thought, it's still an easy battle. And they've very foolishly moved into melee range of us. We should still pretty easily win that fight. I'll move up and we're going to deliver the coup de grace to this flank pretty quickly. We took a bit of a knock here, so we're weaker, so hit them. So they're also weakened, and I guess we commit here. Oh, there's a duel going on. Yes, of course. So we've lost our general here, which means we're now losing. I'm going to try and bring these units up in reserve, but I'm worried about these Asai-Asakura. I think they're going to scotch that attack. We'll move into the stream here, and I think I can then move around and start to flank this force. I might move here, and then we'll move diagonally across the river. I'll move my Asai-Asakura up to stop them from making any moves, and we'll move to finally flank these Teppo Ashigaru. Well, it's starting to get interesting. Draw their fire and then shoot them from stationary. Right, get in amongst the pigeons. They've been driven back. Should have shot the samurai, but again we have the advantage to just charge in. Right, since we've already forced them off, let's hit them with guns as well. We'll really make that unit regret advancing against us. Now I can't move the flank with this unit here because they'll just be intercepted. But that would draw off some of their weaker units. The gunners worry me though. No, it's too much of a risk. One of these units should expose itself. Okay. What I'd like to do is get one of these Ashigaru units right around their force here. I've got to say the stream is getting in my way. Okay. Ow, oh no. Lucky shot. Interesting strategy. Well, that means they get farther away from a spearman. They're bouncing themselves off, basically. Excellent. Right, in that case, just keep blocking them off. They're going to pursue. And fine, if we can't get the enemy cavalry in the back, we'll get their archers instead. I've got to say this is the obvious choice. Okay, we can't go any farther. They can't charge again. And since they've moved so far down, I reckon I'm going to be able to get the flank against these Yari samurai as well. We'll move these Ashigaru up so they threaten the flank here. And there's a chance we could lose this, and since I'm winning everywhere else, although I would get a nice advantage attacking here, I'm not going to do it. It's not worth taking the chance of the instant fragmentation. The open ground doesn't make this as great, but let's see if we can disrupt them. Maybe I should have moved into close range, but what I'm going to do is, it's always worth taking advantageous fights, unless there's some pressing reason not to. So there, we should win that. That's more rout percentage for us. The way I see it, we may as well continue to try and weaken this unit here. Charge in here. Move the Yari Ashigaru across to support the flanks. Adjust the position of this cavalry just slightly. Trying to threaten any units that move against us here. And looking at the way the situation is developing, I think I pretty much have to move up here and move these Ashigaru here to take the hit. Hit them again from close range. Right. See, I think all of these Ashigaru here are hesitating because they're threatened by these mounted Yari samurai in the back. Then we will move up here just to shield the flank if it becomes under threat. And I've still got these units back here in case I need to move up and help the rest of my front line. We'll move them a little closer to the action though so they're relevant. This is quite a strong position here. If they charge this unit, their flank is threatened. Just turn to reinforce that fact. Okay, very slowly moving into position on this flank. Ah, they were smart enough to draw our fire. Ouch. That could be very bad for them. I don't know if they can escape from there. Oh, they can chase out through that pocket. Looks like Oda's mobilizing his reserves. Hmm. Good. Alright, this is a blatant opportunity. Okay. So we've only got a small advantage against them, so I'll need to bring something else in to make it stick. This flank attack is a godsend. Ooh, and the... Yep. Okay, just let that go through. We'll bring this unit up to flank here. In fact, that breaks all of that. Oh, that's a oh, but wait. We'll go straight into their back next turn. We should be able to turn, and yep, there we go. It's not quite a flank attack though, because they can turn to avert the flank threat. So I'll need to stretch them a little further. Right, turn here, and frankly we should have enough to win, so we should start to move towards this other flank. Just keep shooting at them here. I know it's long range fire, but I guess lets me get the rest of my battle line shifting towards this unit. I'm going to chase these Teppo Ashigaru towards the battlefield here. And that's because I want these mounted Yari Samurai to go after the Ashigaru. I do not want them to chase their skirmishers around the field pointlessly. Okay. We turn here, we might be able to get a disruption. That's unfortunate. Yes, okay. We can take that fight. Okay, turn here, and the cavalry move up and apply pressure on this line. Hopefully that means they won't be able to prevent the flank attack. I want to emphasize that I did not want to do this, but I'm going to throw my troops into this melee so they stop taking casualties from the enemy bow fire. We want to keep facing forward. So even with all of that, that's only 11% of the Oda force gone. Good. Wonderful, they're getting massacred. I'm gonna have to hunt them down. Good. Sadly we didn't manage to disrupt them. Oh, good. So I knew that would force them to do something disadvantageous. Well, this is a bit nasty. 8. Should be able to do something with that. Now the really scary stuff begins. These guys have screwed themselves. Charge here, see if we can get them to break. Okay. I expected them to end up in this line, and they wouldn't have done this, so I didn't expect it. Okay, so that's that under control, but I can't seem to get through to here. Okay. Okay, surely I can do something with that. What to do in this situation? So we'll go for the fragmentation. Good. Now, they'll break. I wonder. That might cover our flanks, but I don't know if the AI is going to be fooled by this. I was rather hoping for more than a disruption. Move these units up so we can get some help to these mounted Yari samurai. Alright, now we move to point blank. The Ashigaru can take care of this. We'll send the samurai to deal with the archers here. You know what? If we attack the Ashigaru here, we should eventually go flying into the Yumi Ashigaru anyway. Move up here. We're now threatening everything here. Now, I don't want to launch this cavalry charge because there's a good chance we'll end up in more trouble. This unit's already going to be broken. We could end up putting these units in a flank threat situation as well. Although thinking of... No, if anything, well, let's see. I think it's actually safe. I hate to say this, I think it's actually safer to throw them in. It's going to... Oh, I didn't think they'd go like that, though. Oh, that's exactly what ended up happening. It really... No, no. No, 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 no. Right, I thought they'd go that way. They ended up routing in this direction instead. I figured with more congestion here, it would reduce the chances of a unit ended up in this exact position. So that was pretty much the worst thing that could have happened. Now let's see, maybe that'll help a bit. At least we're threatening this flank now, so these archers might have to do something to stop it. After all those exciting decisions, you guys can just set up a generic flank threat. But we actually need more help on the left right now. We do need someone on central reserve. I just move up and seal the cavalry's fate. Finish them off here. Ooh, instant fragmentation. There we go. Hopefully they'll break off soon. Right. All of these other units should start to turn around to confront the enemy army. Especially this one coming from here. We have the upper hand, but I think we're going to suffer next turn. Going to take at least 2 flank attacks. Possibly 3. We're losing there slowly now. We got them, and hopefully we'll go straight into Honjin as well. That's a tiny bit irritating. Crash. Yep, straight into the command tent. Here we go. Okay, thankfully they couldn't charge my cavalry. Please tell me we won this one. Good, that was key. It does actually seem to have stopped them from flanking here. So many of these units just marching aimlessly around the back ranks. Thank goodness it's our turn. Oh, it's lucky I held a reserve. Right, well, it's very nice that I held those reserves. Oh goodness, that was a bad impact. Okay, right, they get their swordsman advantage, but now they're disrupted too. So it's ended up being a bit of a wash. So this is my knowledge. If I move like this, I can still turn. Good. Flank. And because they'll turn next turn, I can flank them next. Oh, these. Yikes! How did you end? Must have been a route path. Oh right, because they were chasing our terrified warriors here. Well, they're disrupted and they're only Ashigaru, so we'll threaten them here. I'll shoot them up too. Always like catching archers in the open. Caught them. Sure, I lost my chance at the flank attack, but it got me a chance to get those gunners off the field. Okay, engage here. At least that opens up a flank threat. I think I'm just going to let this unit die here. Yep, and that means they don't panic my early Teppo Ashigaru. A bit cold, but I don't really have much of a choice. Let's see if we can go for the fragmentation here. Nope. If we can get them to dissolve, I can get my cavalry back early. Oh no. Oh no, why did I do that? I'm too focused on this part of the battle, on this situation here, to see what was going to happen to these units. Because they had to come back in that exact spot, I now can't get the flank attack. Right, we need to deal with this. I'm going to have to put off taking down the Honjin as a result. Superb. This really isn't a difficult scenario, it's just one where you need to be careful where you place your units. That's going to be interesting. We might chase... Routed? Okay, good, they ran out of danger at least. Okay, I think they might still be presenting their flanks. They'll drop back. These cavalry just will not stop pursuing until something horrible happens to them. Oh, they are dead. And we're still facing that direction, so they are going to get flanked. Both of those units are screwed. Unless they do that. If they just moved that unit out of the way, or not moved that unit, then they could have hit us in the flank. Right, I think this is a problem with Sengoku Jidai's AI. It goes in a certain order with its units, which means if one of the units moves and blocks before the flank attack order goes through, then they miss the opportunity. I think Field of Glory would identify units that had flanking opportunities, and then the computer moves them first, and that avoids that entire situation. Because Field of Glory's AI doesn't miss opportunities like that, it just doesn't happen. That was the last chance the AI is going to get. So we've now just blown a hole straight through their entire line. You can see that just sending shockwaves through the enemy army. Right. Death for you. Death for you. Puppy dog smile, sorry. Death for you. Will be good. I'll just move up like this. Well, if I move all of these units up in this general direction, something horrible has to happen to the enemy. There's nothing up there, is there? Good. Should probably check that first. Okay, had to do something before they rallied up, but we've now got them stuck in melee, and they're getting hacked apart by swords. You guys can turn around, and now we're threatening their flank as well. We've got more death on the way. Oh, that would have been the perfect finisher. Charge! Right, and just peel them all away. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay. Oh, that was going to be cool. I was going to shoot them for no other reason than I was feeling sadistic. Right, move and block their movement path off. Oh, they really have run into the House of Pain. Right, come on. Ignore the suicidal samurai. I think we have an excellent chance of breaking the Oda this turn. And there it is. Of course, we still have to get through enemy phase. Hang on, lads, you've done really well this entire time. They even gave us a fragmentation. Wow, they almost stood for another turn. We would have got the Honjin if this had gone on any further. We're gonna get flanked. Okay. They are disrupted. Obviously they've decided to charge us rather than take arrow fire. Surprised those Asai-Asakura haven't charged in yet. It's 3 against 1 now. And they've blocked the flank charge as expected with their reserves. They can't block the other one though. Hi. Luckily our spearmen did manage to block the flank attack. I think a player could have flanked there. The AI didn't know how to properly path their soldiers. Okay, it's only shifted in my favour. Oh, they broke. Fragmented. I don't think we'd quite have got to those cavalry in time. Okay. I've got to say, that was pretty easy. It's a very intimidating looking battle, but as long as you keep formation, take favourable fights, and protect your flanks, even if you have a few moments of misfortune, you're probably going to win that battle. I was very lucky that I didn't have too many unexpected setbacks. There was the early disruption from the gunpowder early on, but other than that, I was pretty lucky in that battle. Anyway, I've been Napoleon Complex. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing. Farewell.